Flop culture.
Let me bring you up to speed. There's a lot to tell you, so let's take the scenic route. A year has passed since we were last on the air. I'm a little older. I'm a little wiser. Starting to get hair in really weird places. Starting to feel like a freaking Sasquatch.
You all remember my friend Dags, don't you? And guess what? He got pubes this year.
Are you happy?
And
you guys
that is our ode to Wayne's World, which is obviously that's Wayne's World 2. But that's my favorite film franchise of all time.
Well, hopefully
So I'm very glad we got to do that.
Well, hopefully I didn't ruin that. I may have ruined the beginning there just a little bit, but I mean, yeah, hey, I work with what I got, man.
I don't think it's ruined.
I mean, like with the video setup, and I still can't see the preview on my screen. So I don't. Can you see a preview? Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as you can see the preview, I'm good with it then.
Like the actual stream, right?
Yeah, I can't see the preview for some reason. I can control
everything.
I've
got
it. I
it.
can't see the preview. That's cool. That's all I'm worried about then. I'll leave it up and running.
I've got it.
So it's been a minute, right?
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. God. So I don't even remember how to do this. That's like the hardest part about this. It's just like, what do we do? Oh.
Hence the reason we transitioned to video, because at least now, where we were unprofessional before, but we had done it enough, now we can use our unprofessionalism to cover up the fact that we don't know what we're doing.
That's true. Well.
So,
obviously,
anybody who's been on the podcast before or listened to the old podcast, they'll know that I am a diligent note taker. And that's how we kind of come up with what we're going to be talking about. First and foremost, we always start with the band of the day. So, Dags,
is it my turn?
What is the band of the day?
Whitechapel. Just because I can't get what is it when a demon defiles a witch out of my head, man. That clean part. Ooh.
That's
I know you don't. I know you don't like cleans and metal, but ooh.
I don't, and we. So on/off topic. Dags Randall and I have we've been going over and over and over our discrepancies
for new people.
Metal.
For new people, who's Randall?
Oh yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. We're out of the swing.
We don't know what we're doing.
Let me take over just for a second, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're doing what everybody else is doing. We're stuck at home. We're bored. We're miserable. And we realized that we missed doing this, that we actually enjoyed it, and that we had a good start at it, but we didn't really follow through, and we just want to try. We just want to try harder. So we're going to do this for real this time. And we thought about taking it just a step further, maybe throwing in some different kind of crap, Maybe you guys missed listening to us. Maybe you didn't. I don't know.
Right.
But it's
we would
fun.
get it if you didn't.
No, but we're just trying to have fun, and we want you to have fun with us. We're bored. I miss seeing people. I miss seeing friends.
Yeah, 100%. Even though my friends is like enough to count on one hand, and I see them in a group chat on the reg.
That's same.
But still.
Anyways, on with the show. So that's one thing for today. They're definitely band of the day, Whitechapel. Go give them a good play. You probably heard them. If you haven't, you don't listen to metal, I guess.
Right. Randall, for those that don't know, is the third person in our group. He's one of our best friends. The only one that would probably claim Dags and I both. He is affectionately known as many names, Randick being one, Ranzig whenever he is singing and Dags throws auto-tune on him and makes him sound good. So we call him Ranzig. I can't think of anything else. Oh, Ransky. God, I call him Ransky more than I call him by his own name, which is part of his name. But that's Randall. And we had talked about before, looping it back in.
Looping it back in, son.
We had talked about before cleans in metal and how much of a not fan I am of cleans in metal, to the point where I quit listening to metal music for a hot minute. What are you doing? Are you even listening to me?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You're just not you were not even a fan of metal for a hot minute because of clean vocals. Yeah, I'll totally listen.
Well, now I want to play Left 4 Dead. This is ridiculous.
I thought I'd spice up the video a little bit and not just be us talking. So I was hoping that kind of dumb intro would kind of set them up for this.
And it paid off, son. It paid off. But no, I'm not, like we said, I'm not a fan of cleans in metal. I don't take away from the fact that the person singing probably has talent as a singer. It just doesn't belong there in my book. I listen to metal that I like, that's aggressive, that is angry. Right. Yeah. Exactly like that.
No, I mean, look at my Macho Man flashlight in the game. Look at the streak. It'll pop up in I forget that you're delayed right now.
Oh. I do see it. That's sweet. I love that. So I don't take away from the talent. The thing that I like about metal is that it's aggressive. And to me, the clean singing ruins that. Is that Mega Man?
Yeah, Mega Man and Lucario and
that's a home run.
That's awesome. I love that. So now we've gotten off of me bitching about singing in metal. Dags kind of touched on it in the beginning. We went to the video format, especially for right now, because what is everybody else doing during the Rona? And we figured what a lot of people are doing during the Rona is probably the same thing we did, which is binge watching television for just an unrealistic time.
I don't even watch it. You know me, I'm usually a big content series and stuff, and what else is there to do?
Right. I mean, work. We're both essential. We're essential as hell.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful I got a job right now, but it does suck to have to go out in it. But, I don't know, it's not too bad.
Reloading.
Yep, we are both essential. You're essential as hell from home, whereas I'm essential from hell from the office. I'm not complaining. It's not bad.
Oh, shit. This ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, it's a job. And I'm happy that I have a job during this crazy. But, digressing, what have you been binging?
Well, you know me, pro wrestling like always. I've also been binging horror movies, man, like old, like crappy ones I haven't seen before. And not I say crappy, I don't mean like they're actually crappy. I don't want anybody to tear it apart here. Calm down, baby. Calm down.
Crappy, like quality?
Yeah, like crappy quality, like low budget. You know, maybe that was a better term, low budget, not crappy. And
like the beat rate.
Yeah, dude. And I've just been tearing them up. Like, we watched Reanimator last night. And, man, that's a wild one. Like, I've never seen that one before. So I was like, this is cool, dude.
Fun fact. Those that have not listened to the podcast would not know that I was in a metal band for a long time. And Elysium. We had a song called The Reanimators, and it was one that I wrote strictly off of that movie because of how much I love The Reanimators. So no, that's a classic, man.
We were having a blast watching it, and we've been just started subscribing to the
Ooh, is that
Reloading.
Yeah, oh, dude, there's so many movies on it. And if you're a Joe Bob Briggs fan, Oh man, he's so awesome. Like I've never
told me about him.
Well, like I was too young to really watch the like Monster Mash and stuff, and like it's like I went back and watched some like on YouTube and stuff because you know I was a weird kid that before zombies and shit were cool. I was watching this shit cool like that.
Right.
And I've never seen the Monster Mash stuff, but I'd watched it on YouTube and just the way he breaks the movies down and like his description and depictions of how things are done, like he calls him like Bafu, like if there's like some kind of like if the dude can throw a beer or something and knock somebody out with it, he calls it beer can foo or some crap like this, man. And it's so funny. He gives you death counts at the beginning of it. He gives you
Come on, let's go. Would you hurry up?
I'm with you. I'm here.
You're getting death counts right now.
Get on the boat.
I'm on the boat, damn it.
I miss this game so much.
I forgot how to play it, man, and I keep forgetting I'm actually playing with people. And you know.
Man, I miss this game so much. Just watching these levels that you're on are like immediately taking me.
That's one reason I wanted to play this too,
back
man.
to my
Like
360.
all the scary movies I've been watching. Man, I want to play some scary games too.
Yeah.
Even though this game's not really
Some
scary.
fires,
Well,
people.
you were playing Doom there for a hot minute too.
Yeah, I'm playing Doom games. I might start doing that occasionally. Just sitting around playing games. I'll just throw the stream up on the Flop Culture page. So be looking out for that stuff. I'll be just streaming randomly. Not
we
really
love
consistently
content.
because I can't consistently stream. That's where I work IT. I'm always on a computer. When I get home, I don't. Sometimes I just don't.
Right.
I can't guarantee it all the time. But what I am doing is get on the
Right. Because we do love content and we're trying to get back into the swing of things. What better way to get your attention than flood you with content that you may or may not watch? And hopefully we'll get
Oh, you're gonna love it. You will
I mean,
love
I,
it.
I'm going to love it.
I just hope you
And you're going to love it because we're a part of it. Randall's going to hate it. Well, Randall will say he hates it, and then we'll look at the views and figure out that Randall's probably the only person watching.
Oh, hey, don't know if you know or not, this is interesting as can be, especially, you know,
Got him.
for me, because we're both pro wrestling fans, but you know me, I'm obsessed right now.
True.
Cobain, Christian Cobain, your friend you introduced me to, that we go, have went and seen wrestle a few times now. Did you hear about Ziggler, like, giving him a little rub there and buying some shirts on it?
I did.
That's cool as hell, right? And he just did an interview recently, too. I can't remember who it was. Ringside Collect, or not Ringside Collect. Ha! Ringside something. I can't remember.
Wrestle Talk?
Yeah, that's what it was. Wrestle Talk, yeah. I watched it. I can't remember. I watched it this morning. It was really cool, though, man. Like, yeah, man. So, Cobain. Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Pills.
I mean, breaking kayfabe here. It's my buddy Michael, Hannah. We went from middle school on until up until high
I guess I'll
school.
take this here machine gun.
So school together, we've been really good friends for a long time.
Keep shooting.
And like Dags had mentioned, we have gone and watched him wrestle. I will not give the name of the promotion for the one that we saw him first. Because I just refuse to give it any publicity whatsoever. The second, however, was ASW here in Madison, right?
Yep.
And that was great. And he and I have always had wrestling in common. We used to talk wrestling a bunch. You know, he had said that he would love to get into wrestling. And much like, you know, probably when I was in school, I was like, I'd love to be a professional musician. And that didn't happen. And for him, I'm proud of him for just pursuing it, you know.
Oh, yeah, man. He's definitely stuck with it.
He has great in-ring work, not just, you know, because he's my buddy, but he is a very good performer. He puts on great matches.
Yeah, I like that. I like the whole fight ugly thing. The way he was like, I just throw my body at you. I just popped. I started laughing.
Yeah, dude, he's got. I'm super happy. We'll probably somewhere after the stream is over, we'll try to link you to like his Facebook page or something.
Yeah,
or on here we'll share it.
Reloading.
Yeah, that'd be
It's really cool. Like, I really like seeing some of these Western Beauty boys get some recognition.
Another with him as well. Another friend of mine, wrestler name is Shane Fry's guy.
Yeah, man. We saw them wrestle at ASW. That was a nasty one. They had that.
Oh yeah.
They did that big dive where everybody thought they got hurt. It was like maybe I'm wrong, but I think they planned it out that way. But it looked rough as hell. It was good, man. Hey,
not to mention, Michael got some sweet heat for knocking off some dude's hat.
My favorite part of the night was at the end of it when he was just standing in the back and he was like, "I am the champion. There is nothing you can do about it."
He's
just
great.
Shouting, being a
I love
dick.
him as a heel.
Oh, he's a good. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good heel, man.
I love him as a heel, man. But no, I also, you know, since I'm plugging Michael, I'm gonna plug Cody as well. They're both great. They've wrestled a bunch together. They've done tag teams together. They've done singles matches together. They're both super talented, and I'm really proud and happy for the both of them for what they're doing. So we'll try to, you know, we'll link both, whatever we can get in there. We'll link it both so you can check them out. What do we got next? Oh, Dags, you'll have to fill me in on this because I admittedly do not keep up with what's going on the social media as much as I probably should. Trapped. What the hell's going on there?
Oh my God, you haven't heard?
I literally have seen Trapped as trending and feel like it's 2002.
Oh my
again,
God,
but
Headstrong, he's taking on everyone, son. Like, straight up. Like, I don't know. Like, he's... like,
so
he's literally... He's challenging, like, everybody. It's ridiculous. Like, he's gotten verbal fights with Ice-T. He's gotten verbal fights with, I can't remember this dude's name, but he's like a legend from, he's like a New York hardcore legend. And the dude's like literally went to prison for stabbing people, and like he's trying to pick fights with them. I don't, like, this dude has lost his mind, Juice.
Why would you ever fight with somebody who's been on Law & Order SVU? That's the longest running.
He even talked about that show and like made like a nice throw at him, like about that show, you know. He's like, I don't have any beef with Ice-T. He's like, I love that show. Oh my God. But that's what it started over. He was saying the body count is shit, and that Trap makes more money than they do. And everything's just based off that one song. Like, it's just, he's like, we got more plays on Pandora. Got putting on it. We got more plays on Pandora, more plays on Sugar Crack, stuff like that. And it's just crazy. I can't believe you haven't read it. It's probably been talked about to death, but it's funny.
I'm like you. I can't think of another Trap song. I'm gonna look.
Oh, I just got attacked by a fish.
I'm gonna also ruin my Spotify search history because I'm now gonna get flooded with butt rock as things that I might like. I've never heard Echo, Still Frame, Bring It, or Who's Going Home With You Tonight. But it looks like neither has Spotify because Headstrong has 200 million streams, whereas their next highest played song has 12 million. And I act like it's like, oh, one has 100 million and the other one has 2. 12 million is still a lot.
It's still impressive. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we'll probably never get that kind of success. But
if you're going to go after Ice-T, son, you realize he has all of Body Count following him, and I wouldn't fuck with Body Count.
I wouldn't fuck with Body Count. That's a good band, dude.
They are. They're great. Like, not solely because of Ice-T either. But
no, it's just a good band.
Yeah. Yeah, they are good.
I remember I got in trouble when I was younger because, like, I found that song Cop Killer.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom didn't really know what it was. And she was like, you are not going to listen to a song about killing cops in this house. I was like, Mom, you don't get it. It's not about... No, that is not okay. And I was like, it's... They're not telling you to. It's Ron King. Okay.
Right.
You're just like, okay, whatever. I guess. I guess songs can't have, like, sub-meaning or anything anymore.
Reloading.
No. Obviously not.
Sounds like a hunter.
Yeah, in hindsight, I get it. My mom was scared, man. Anybody's parents would be scared. They're trying to do what they can.
Your mom is so great, and I can see her absolutely being like she told But in this instance, she's
Like,
gonna
"Yes,
say,
baby."
Jags, how could you listen to anything about killing cops? They're there to protect you, and you're right.
Well, she said something like, it's not okay to want to kill you. It's not okay. That's not, you know.
All right, Mama. We're just rolling.
Stop listening to it. Stop listening to it. Well, rant.
Right, and then she's
Rabble.
like, uh-oh. What happened?
Right.
So off of Trap, because I'm kind of Googling here a little bit in the background.
I'll try to find some tweets in a minute as soon as I get this level finished, and I'll bring them up to you.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's just wild. I don't know. I don't know what you do with that information, and I don't know. I mean, is the dude having a genuine mental issue, or is that...
A lot of people are speculating that, like they're actually feeling like maybe he's lost his mind.
Right.
But I mean, he's not really doing... I don't know how to put it. Like, to me, I think he's just acting more like just an extremist. Like he's just... Because everything he talks about, he kind of has like a political slant to it. And he just seems like he's falling in line with those people that are just kind of, I don't want to like offend anybody, but it's just
Right.
Cause like I don't really care who you voted for. But you know, he just kind of falls into like just an extremist, as if somebody that's just like overly supportive of everything that like conservatives do.
Obviously, I don't know because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's just like he just seems like he's, I don't know.
I'll probably look it up at
My
some
man.
point. And in fairness, I probably should have a little bit before we
Watch
talked
out!
about it.
I feel like he's the kind of guy that, like, if we both read, like, comic books, and, like, he was like, what'd you get from that book? And I'd be like, oh, it kind of told me that, you know, try hard, you know, things could always be better. But what'd you get from it? I had to kill me. What? Like, I feel like that's the kind of...
That wasn't what it said at all.
Yeah, like, huh? Like, you're just...
How'd
It's a
you get
Spider-Man
that?
book, dude! Like, you're just... but, I mean, I don't
She literally stops you from killing people. How'd you
Yeah,
get
man.
that?
Like, because, you know, he was negligent, and that's why his Uncle Ben died. Did we read the same book? Like,
I mean, you browsed over it. So, from Trap,
yeah, we'll try to beat this on
Most people.
we probably seem like we're rambling, and this sucks. We'll get better, I promise.
yeah, I mean, as long as you work with us on this first one, you know, we're going to keep doing it regardless of if you work with us or not, but we hope that we keep you engaged at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, and we're not going to keep here all
Watch out.
evening either. We're just going about 30 minutes of your day.
I'm going to go on to something that
Son of a
is
bitch!
a complete... Great. I'm going to a completely not funny topic that ended up having a funny outcome inadvertently. For those that
Check this
know
shit out.
me, even on a like slightly better than a stranger basis, knows that I'm a huge Rush fan. And that I'm a huge Neil Peart fan in particular.
Wait a second. You like Rush?
I have been known to like the musical group Rush.
You like the Holy Trio?
I am a fan of almost every single thing they've ever done. Almost. There are some songs on the album Culture Fire that pretty much that whole album was terrible with the exception of the first two songs. So
Say it's Power Windows.
that's a great record. Power
Right.
Windows is a fantastic record.
I would have never listened to that record if it weren't for you.
And you know, and that brings us into exactly what the topic was. January 7th, Neil passed away this year from glioblastoma that he had been fighting in private for about 3.5 years. And just kept. If you know anything about Neil, you know he's a super private dude. He doesn't, take very many interviews. Well, now he takes none. But he took very, very few interviews. Didn't do meet and greets. He's a shy person. He's very private. And hell, I don't know. He doesn't need to tell me that he's got a major medical issue here. But
I need to know everything about him. I gotta see where he pooped.
I mean, I do know a disturbing amount about all of the members of Rush, so I do claim that. I would have never got into drumming and subsequently gotten into what is my first passion that I've ever had, which was music. Had it not been for Neil and me wanting to learn how to play drums, specifically like Neil. I have every book he's ever written. I have all of his DVDs. I've always been a huge Neil fan in particular. So when Neil passed away, even though I didn't know him personally, obviously, it was hard, man. It sucked because that was a hero. That was a huge hero for me. So that's the sad part. The funny outcome of this is the world didn't find out about it until January the 10th. And on that day, from the moment Rolling Stone posted it, I would say a solid 30 to 35% of my Facebook friends and or family subsequently flooded my inbox and my wall with, "Hey man, did you hear your hero died?" It's just one after another, and it just kept coming. And it's but,
I know it was. I was like probably the first.
That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, you know what? I think you were either the first or the second. If somebody may have beat you, but I don't recall if they did or not. I'd have to look. And actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to look. That was sad as hell.
Right? Like I'm pretty sure I messaged you. I remember being like, "Hey man, I don't know if you know this." I was like, "Neil passed."
Yeah, you did. You messaged me,
and then you posted about it, and I was like, "Sorry, buddy."
Oh yeah.
And then I started looking at your wall.
all of the people, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I know it came from a very well-meaning place because you knew how much I love Rush and how much I love Neil in particular. But it felt, this is going to sound horrible, but it felt like somebody being like, "Hey man, I heard your mom died." And then as soon as you get slightly over it, "Hey man, sorry about your mom being dead." And it just kept going and going and going.
It's like every time you turn around, it's like, "Hey man, did you hear about Neil?" Yes! Yes, I have!
As soon as I get over it, somebody pops in with another message. "Man, I thought of you immediately, and I'm sorry. I know that must suck." And it's like, it does suck. Why'd you have to remind me?
And by that point, you're just like,
At that point, I'm an emotional wreck.
You're like, "Stop telling me he's dead."
So it goes sad, it goes to funny, and ended up making me feel good. It came to happy because all of those people ended up saying, very nice things like, "I would have never listened to Rush had it not been for you. I wouldn't be as big of a Rush fan or even like them casually had you not talked about them so much." So it made me feel like an ambassador, kind of for Rush and Rush fans in general. We're kind of
I totally agree with that. You're anybody that's one of your friends. If you watch this, let us know in the comments. I'm pretty you are like an ambassador for Rush, man. And it's not like you at least I don't know. Maybe when you were younger, maybe you kind of did shove it into people's face. But at least since we've been friends, you've not really shoved it down my throat. It's just like every time I get into something or I find a sound, you're like, "Oh, dude, you might actually enjoy this Rush song." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I'll listen to it. And I'm like, "Damn, he's right. That's good." That's how I got into Power Windows. I looked at the cover of that, and I was just like, "I don't know, man. This looks like Rush, trying to be like a '90s designer sales or something." I go, "What the hell's going on here?" And then you just listen to it, you're like, "Oh, it's sweet."
I actually love that album cover. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I do now because like I appreciate the music. Like but
Right.
I was totally went by like album aesthetics,
Weapons
which is
over
like
here.
stupid. So kids don't go by album aesthetics.
No, for sure. And you're right. But probably like any preteen/teenager was. It never failed, like when I was growing up, that as soon as somebody's like, my favorite band is blah, insert literally any band, I'd be like, Rush is better.
Hold up, gonna heal.
And I was just that kid. So, then obviously you get older and it's like, a lot of people, as you can imagine, do not like Rush, whether it be because of the music, mostly it's about getting toys, whatever. You know, a lot of people, Rush is a divisive band. So now, when people, say Rush sucks, or I don't really like Rush, or blah, 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 it's like, okay, you're entitled to your wrong opinion.
You're entitled to be wrong, man. That's totally fine.
You're wrong. That's more Rush for me. I'll keep it all to my damn self. Speaking of Rush, man, perfect segue. I don't have the book.
Oh yeah, what's wrong?
Well, since you put it that way.
Reloading.
Oh, chainsaw getting nutty.
Forgot that we have headphones and everything to but this is part of a 3-part series. It's by Martin Popoff, which was Rush's personal biography. It's a 3-part series. This one is Anthem, and it's Rush in the 70s. There's going to be one in the 80s and one in the 90s. But I pre-ordered this. But it says, "Hey Josh, Making Memories, Martin Popoff." Making Memories was a song off of Fly By Night, which was the first album that Neil was on, for Rush. And that's probably one of my favorite things in my Rush collection. It's pretty cool. That book. I can't wait to read through the entire thing. I've gotten probably a couple chapters in. So far, they're in the John Rutsey years. Do not have mine. But off of the Rush train, Jags and I both, as you probably heard before, are wrestling fans. And since the Rona nonsense, one Vincent Kennedy fan has made a complete ass of himself, bankrupt one of his own companies, and fired probably about 1/10 of his wrestling staff.
Hey, I would have too. Who'd he lose?
Yeah, no.
Only like Gallows and Anderson.
Which are great.
Why would you want like New Japan greatness? I don't know.
Yeah, don't need it. It wasn't homegrown, so you don't need it.
Yeah, EC3. He only had a great physique.
Yeah, he's
He can
awesome.
only work the mic,
Cool.
Who needs the mic? If you're big and muscly and oily, why do you need to speak?
I get it. I guess I get it, but at the same time, like, it sucks. Though.
Man, I don't
It
even.
was surprising. I didn't think he was going to let Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder go.
Right. Nah, man.
I'm a major wrestling figure podcast fan, so
Right.
I know more about Mark. He calls me Marks. Matt and Brian than I do about Ryder and Austin Jr.
I've read some stuff, but I do not, and you really don't either anymore, not often. I don't keep up with the WWE's products and haven't.
I don't keep up with the EWF too, man.
No, you really don't.
I like NXT a lot. It's great. The Wednesday Night Wars are awesome. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind doing maybe a weekly 15-minute episode just about Wednesday Night Wars.
Yeah, we're both AEW fans. We were both at the crowning of the first ever AEW Tag Team Champions.
Yes,
in the
totally
row.
happened. That was with front row with our boy George. What's up, George?
And Ransky.
Oh yeah, I had to give to George the double finger
Yep.
because he took the.
Yes, he did.
He was the main. He's the
and
man.
that was absolutely great time. AEW. It's just great.
Oh, that was awesome.
We don't want to turn it into nothing but wrestling, but
It was great.
yeah, it was great. To segue off of that
Hey,
point.
actually, I've got a question for you. With. I haven't caught it yet, but I figured you have. How is that bull?
Oh, The Last Dance?
Yeah, like I've not caught it yet. I've not caught a single episode.
It is, obviously, I'm a Bulls fan. Have been a Bulls fan since, God, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, probably when they got Rodman. So that'd been the 95-96 season. I was little, man. I was probably about like 5 or 6 years old. And that's when I started.
This guy's hacked this server. I have like 989
pretty
bullets.
I've been a Bulls fan for a long time. Rodman being my favorite player of all time.
Grabbing a jar.
And to continue to be a Bulls fan even when they suck, I feel like says you're actually a fan. And trust me, right now, the Bulls suck. The Bulls have sucked since Derrick Rose got injured. The Bulls have sucked since they lost Jimmy Butler. The Bulls even sucked when they had Dwayne Wade, Rajon Rondo, and Jimmy Butler, and still managed to suck. So, like, I am a lifelong fan for the Bulls.
You're just a Chicago-based team.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with wrestling? Because Chicago's a pretty hotbed for wrestling.
Yeah, it doesn't actually.
That's
it's
crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, coincidentally, I do like a lot of, like you do, a lot of Chicago-based wrestlers.
Yeah, dude, I mean, how could you not, man?
Because they're, genuinely, they're great.
I mean, too, off the top of my head, CM Punk, Colt Cabana, I mean,
immediately. So, you know, it's just coincidentally, the only two sports I really like are hockey and basketball, and both happen to be Chicago.
Gotta heal.
So, that's just coincidence. But The Last Dance, on topic of what you're talking about, it's been sweet, man. The first two episodes, were kind of UNC, Michael Jordan related, coming into the league, then based around that first championship. They definitely had me hooked in episodes 3 and 4 because 3 was about the Bad Boy Pistons with Rodman, and episode 4 was almost entirely about the 98 era Rodman, and some really great stories just with Rodman and how crazy he was. I have heard tomorrow's episodes 5 and 6 are going to be tear jerkers because they are Kobe interviews.
oh, man.
Reloading.
So they're very Kobe centric. So that's gonna suck, man. Oh yeah, Dax is a Lakers fan. I'm a Bulls fan. And we haven't got to see it yet because it doesn't come out till tomorrow. But there's been some screenshots of the interview segments. It automatically starts the episode with an in-loving memory of, and I'm like, oh, son, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like you're immediately gonna be sad.
Right, because I mean, you know, like I don't keep up with basketball much like I used to. Like I used to keep up with it a little bit in high school because my friend Sean, like he was obsessed with Kobe, and you know, by association, I became obsessed with Kobe.
Right.
I was just really obsessed with that era.
Oh yeah.
So when I think of basketball, that's who I think of. Like I think of Kobe Bryant. Like I think of top of my mind. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, everything's important too. But I'm just saying. Like,
Oh sure.
Me personally, I'm just like I think.
Cover me, please.
But that's mine and yours tether there as well. Your era that you love of Kobe
First aid kit.
and my era that I love of Chicago both have Phil Jackson as the coach.
Oh yeah.
So we've got that.
He's the real champion.
Oh yeah, Phil's got like no joke. Phil has like 14 NBA Finals rings between the 2 3-peats from the Bulls, the 3-peat from the Lakers. I can't remember who else he's got. I mean, he's got 9 right there just in 2 franchises. I cannot remember for the life of me. I can't remember, man. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm going to pull it out of my ass. I have the entire internet at my fingertips.
It's in front of you. We're using it to do this.
As we speak.
It's multitasking. Playing games. Talking. Keeping conversation. Boring the piss out of nobody that's watching it.
That's actually what Dax is very good at, because if anybody listens to the actual podcast back when we used to do it, if I was looking up something, which now you can see me looking it up, but before you couldn't.
Yeah, I could share it with you. You could kind of see it.
Yeah, it would be dead silent, and then Dax would come in and be like, well, to fill in dead airtime so it's not just a quiet room. Dax is always good at it.
Well, he's still good at that because he's got a video game.
That's true. You're helping.
Get the letter.
Feel free to donate and like and subscribe because I'm a genius. I'm doing everything that everybody can do, but
He has.
Sleeping genius.
He has 2 rings as a player. One with the New York Knicks, one with the New Jersey Nets. He has one with the New Jersey Nets as a coach, as an assistant coach. One with, I don't know who these other teams are. They seem like they're international teams. So I don't really know those at all. I actually never even heard of them.
Wow. Gates open.
I'm assuming, is that what these are? CBA. That's what those look to be. From the CBA. So no, I'm not familiar with the
Everyone
CBA.
onto the boat.
But he has 13 total rings, which is crazy. We got into basketball. Lost the segue from wrestling. Back to the segue of wrestling. Dags has, he's always had the hobby of figures of stuff.
Yeah, always have. I didn't really go into it.
Right.
Until recently, and I blame you. I didn't really look for a hobby. I just wanted to have a hobby. Like I like to collect things, but I'm just like, what's something that's just really cool that I've always enjoyed. Sweet,
Right.
That round's over. And it's always been like wrestling figures, man. Like I was actually having this conversation with my wife yesterday. I was like, most people, like they're really stoked about the Marvel movies and the DC movies and stuff because like they liked all that shit growing up when they were kids, which I did too. I'm not trying to say I didn't. Batman's my all-time favorite superhero. Spider-Man like right there.
That's true.
But like wrestling was just as big for me.
You just need to grab some diesel.
You want to hear?
Like they were like real life comic book here, real life comic book characters to me.
Yeah, like
So,
when we were kids. Oh yeah.
So like that I always remember that and kept with that, and just I always thought it was cool and I always got the toys and stuff when I was a kid. But let's be honest, toys were crap when we were kids, man. Toys sucked ass.
Big time.
Terrible. Do you remember the DDP that was like stuck like this?
You squeezed his leg.
Yeah, then he would do that. Like,
yep.
What am I gonna do with that? Like I'm, you're a kid and you're trying to use your imagination. And before I get any shit from people, no, I don't play with them. I just collect them.
Right.
I just pose them. All right. I just put them up on a wall, and they look really cool. I open the box. I put them up. Put them in a cool little pose that they're supposed to be in, and then that's it. I even put them on these little. I think I got one right here. put them on these little stands so that
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it's like a trophy is what it looks like. It's cool.
Yep.
And I just get the ones from like, well, you know, and I was just like, oh, you were telling me that you told me that you collected figs, and I was just like, I was like, oh, cool, what kind? You were like wrestling figs. I instantly just thought that was dumb because I was just like, ah. Oh, you collect those piece of shit toys we used to get as kids? And then you're like, no, man, no. Mattel got the
Now the
license
truth
now.
comes out.
You're like, Mattel, you know, Mattel does it now, and they have these a line called Elites. That's what I get, or Elites. And you showed me some pictures of Elites, and I was like, those are the toys I wanted when I was a kid. What the hell?
Right.
Like, so, like, I just, it blew up from there, so I started collecting them.
Oh, yeah. They're great, dude.
It's fun, man. I got into the and it was partly you and partly some podcasts I've been listening to, just because like I've always thought toys were cool, man. Like I hate to be that dork, but like I don't know. I've just always been into that kind of crap. Video games, rock and roll music, metal, guitar, comic books, you know, action figures. That's just my life, bro. I don't like, you know, I was gonna say I don't like guns and hunting and fishing, but it's just like I do like guns. Guns are cool as shit.
It's been I've always been into collecting things. I've just got a very collector kind of personality. That's just a personality trait of mine. Whether it used to be books for a long time, old books. I loved collecting old books. That turned into Converses, like when I was in middle school and high school.
So Randall thinks it's funny.
What did he comment?
Yeah. I said, oh God, not again.
You little bastard.
Told him to shut it.
I hate love, Randall. But no, I got that turned into Converses. I've got and probably an unhealthy love of shoes.
So what you trying to say is you a sneakerhead.
I'm looking across from me. I'm looking at 4 new pairs of shoes that are still in the box and have never been worn.
I said I always get 2 pair, man. 2 pair. One to rock, one to stock. You know what I'm saying?
Like where the argument could be made that they're new in the box because where the hell am I going to go? But at the same time, even if I really could go places, I probably won't wear them anytime soon.
Yeah, where you gonna wear it to? Walmart?
Yeah, you can't. And hell, I'm not. Maybe if I went all the way to where you went, that sounds a lot quicker. But the one that's near, like closest to me, that sucks.
Southridge is rough right now.
Yeah, there's no way I would ever do that. I can't stand being around people in general when Walmart's normal, let alone when it's under a pandemic. But yeah, I've always had a collector-y personality. You and Randall do too, obviously. That's something that we bonded over. Other than music, I feel like our collectoriness and our wrestling and stuff, we always bonded over initially.
100%, man. It's, I don't know, it's just, I was talking to my cousin Robbie the other day, and I think it was Robbie. Might have not been. If it wasn't, Robbie, I'll talk to you about this in a little bit so I can make this real. We were talking about just like, it's kind of hard to find friends that are actually kind of into it, and it's just like around here it still kind of has like a little bit of a stigma. Like people are just like, watch that crap. It's just like,
yeah.
But you have no problem going to like the movies and like, you know, we're like, yeah, just saw Despicable Me. That's a cute little movie, and it's just like,
yeah. It's like it's still just acting, man.
Still,
Now it's just got sport to it.
It's just a show. I just don't get it. It's just like I like a lot of different weird, entertaining stuff. You know, like I saw the documentaries and stuff too. Like I don't just.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't know. It's just I feel like you can like all this stuff. It's okay. It's okay to like some stuff that people might think's weird. It's okay.
I just watched a great documentary actually on Jaco Pastorius. He is a phenomenal bass player, probably revolutionized the way the bass, more specifically the fretless electric bass, is played. He's a phenomenal player, and probably anybody you can think of in our day and age that is a great bass player, chances are great Jaco was one of their influences or their favorite bass player. And it was great. It's on think I watched it on. I can't remember if that was on Prime or Hulu. I feel like it was on Hulu. And it's just called Jocko. But it was great. Something stupid that I wish we would have been recording on, but everybody missed it from testing, was this particular bottle of the delicious vanilla Coke completely came all over me.
Completely brought his entire ensemble together.
It's just
in one quick explosion.
I did not realize how shook my soda was until I tried to take the lid off, and much like I can't think of a famous geyser other than Yellowstone. Much like Yellowstone, it exploded everywhere, all over my shorts.
Taka-boom!
Sadly, my shoes is the only thing I was really upset about. That sucked. And it wasted a lot of my pop, which I was upset about also.
I was enjoying that greatly.
What? Yeah, it was really funny. And it was my own fault. I wouldn't have even needed the pop had I not ate the Nutter Butter.
I loved it. All I heard was,
Psst,
ah! And I was like, are you wearing it?
Oh, I was wearing it, son. I was swimming in it.
You just looked
for
at
a
me
second.
just like, yeah.
It went everywhere.
It's here. It's here. It's here. It's a little here. It's everywhere.
I feel like
Making
covered everything.
love.
Thank you. I feel like we've covered everything on the list, as well as added topics.
Yeah, I don't think we can do things short. I just don't. We're too long-winded.
We have a tendency to be. So in the future, if we want to make shorter episodes, then we'll probably just clip them and edit it and turn it into little segments if we need to.
Where are we at?
And just make multiple episodes.
Let's go for 2 hours. Let's do it. Stream all night, baby. Share it again.
Or we'll just
Share
learn
it
how to
again.
shut up.
Share it again. We'll stream all night.
We'll probably never learn how to shut up.
Probably not. That's what I'm saying. Just share it again. We'll do this all night. We'll go all night. You want to go all night? We'll go all night.
I am gonna actually. You know what? This is gonna be very funny. Earlier, the plan was this is the first run of episode 1 of season 2, or Epiosoda, as we are calling them. Epiosoda 1.
Episode 1.
That we were going to stream and get that to the Flop Culture Facebook page. And then subsequently, I would share that to my personal Facebook, in which I think that I shared it to my story and not to my Facebook page wall that I should have, because I don't think it interacts properly from the story.
You dork.
And I waited until just this moment to realize that I think I only shared it to my story. So that's my bad. So we can kill a few more minutes.
Yeah, we can, because I just got Doom working finally.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
You sneaking in my room for? I asked the wife, sneaking in my room.
She is sneaky.
You gonna stab me?
Oh, looky here. You get your sneaky, I get my sneaky.
Gingy.
That's my baby. That's my baby. Oh, what are you doing? This thing's really run off the rails.
Yeah, it's completely ran off the rails. That's the whole point of streaming.
That's okay. This is still going to be Epiosoda 1, kind of testing everything and making sure that it works and that we're happy with it. It'll get better. It probably would be better if Dags just let Tiff sit in his spot, and I just let Ginger sit in mine, and we just leave you two in here, probably would get more viewers. But that's okay.
Well, I can do this shirtless, if y'all want.
I don't see a way that wouldn't help.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Ginger, what do you say?
All right, well let's end it with some death.
Yeah, she can't be bothered.
This thing's gonna pop up right here, and then this thing's gonna pop up right there.
The Dag is gonna scream.
Ah!
See? Right on the money.
Ooh. He can pound the ground too hard.
Ooh! You playing Doom just reminded me. There is a game that I just saw a video of maybe yesterday. I feel like it was the day before. Shinfo, I am well aware. The new Predator game, Hunting Ground.
25%.
I haven't seen that.
Have you watched anything on it yet?
No.
Dude, it's a multiplayer. What's that game? Dead by Daylight?
Yeah.
It's basically that, but from what I understand, but
You're trying to
some
kill the
of you,
predator.
yeah, but one of you gets to be the predator.
Demonic
Yeah,
threat
that's kind
reduced
of like
by
the trend right now
25%.
for like
Dude,
horror
it
games.
looks great.
There's a Friday the 13th game. I actually have it on here. I'll play it sometime. I'll stream it on the Plot Culture page, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it.
Dude, that Predator one looks sweet. We'll get, the better we get at this and the more we get involved. Dags and I both, probably Dags more so on the individual part, but Dags and I together will stream. We've talked about doing Left 4 Dead together on the campaign. We've talked about doing Viscera Cleanup Detail, which is like a space janitor.
Yeah, we can
game.
actually probably play that one next time for sure. So we both already have that.
It's more fun than what it sounds. I know Space Janitor doesn't really sound like that fun, but
It's close to
is.
Space
It's
Jam,
fun
and
to
that
watch.
sounds really fun.
So we got that. We also, like I said, we want to get into, I'd love to get into that Predator game. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
It'd be cool if we could get into doing some newer games that come out. We were talking about Assassin's Creed before this.
Well, let's do that for Epiosoda 2. Let's do some janitor details.
Some janitor details.
Yeah, stay tuned. It might drop tomorrow. Depends what we
you
got
don't
going.
know.
What we gonna do?
What we gonna do? Now that we don't have to have an actual schedule to record podcast, we might be flooding you
with bullshit,
with all sorts of shit you don't want to see.
Yeah, we're gonna be there, just like Facebook, just like Instagram ads,
all over,
Twitter ads,
all over,
everywhere.
I want ads. Want ads everywhere.
I just like staring at my camera because it makes me feel sexy.
Which should, because you look it.
It's the beard. Look at this, man. See how this part curls in and this part goes straight?
Oh, dude, don't talk to me about that.
That's white trash. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. That's ingrained in the DNA. You can't teach that.
In the words of Joe Dirt, look at this. Fucking, it goes down.
It now stops right here.
Into my beard. It doesn't, anywhere here, like where my hand is, does not grow except for in shitty white trash patches. So I end up cutting it, and I just go with this line here. Do I like it? No, not really, but it's the only thing that works without me having mutton chops. So I guess I just got to stick with it.
Right, that's...
It'll look stupid.
That's what this episode's brought to you by bullshit, white trashy beards. So...
Before we go,
because I'm about to cue up the music. Let's have a little final thought.
Do we have a I don't know, man. Do either of us have a shit I fucking hate? That's a classic segment from the first season of the podcast. Do either of us have one? I mean, I'm sure we could both pull one out. That's what she said.
Yeah, I got one. Here we go. I got one. It's time for an episode of Shit I Fucking Hate! I didn't want to scream into the mic, so I thought this would be fun.
That was thoughtful.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Oh, for sure. Right on topic, son. It's been terrible. It has cut into my secondary income. It has
And Trapped.
yeah. From what you mentioned, they're terrible.
No, I'm not even going to go about that. It's not. I'll be the one that says it. Okay. Has nothing to do with your standings. Headstrong was a shitty song.
That's true.
Sorry.
No, that's a fair point. Though I don't want to completely shit on Corona. I mean, that sounds awful. This is going to come back to bite me in the ass if this ever goes anywhere. But the good thing that Corona has brought us, if you're an introvert or if you're an antisocial person, it now requires the general population stay at minimum 6 feet away from you at all times.
I'm kind of okay with that at all times. Like, that'd be good at all times. Can that just be the new social norm?
Yep. What's not to like about that, man?
6 feet!
You can't beat that.
Right.
Oh, I love that more people are starting to jump in now that we're at the end. And that's my fault. I totally lay claim to that. I should have shared it to the proper place. I ended up sharing it to my story, and I just don't think it works properly from the story.
If we had a bunch of people join, I mean, we can keep it going.
I mean, it's not a bunch. We're at like 5 right now.
Nice.
But considering before it was just Randall.
That's good. All right. Tenfold, son.
Yeah.
I can throw some Doom back up. You want let's just talk while we play some Doom?
Right when I said 5, somebody was like, fuck this. I don't want to watch this. And
they said 5, watch this, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, if you just joined us, sorry, we're wrapping up. Like, we just did like an hour. Rewatch it if you don't care. We'll be a little bit more up about what we're doing next time. We're just trying to have some fun here. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Hopefully you find us stupid and you just get a kick out of this.
Oh, for sure.
Because don't take this to heart. It's just for fun.
That's right.
You got any final thoughts?
What was the one I always used to say that you hated?
Keep it floppy?
Keep it floppy. That was it. Keep it floppy.
Go listen to Rush. This was for Neil.
Flop culture.